Alrighty, welcome on in, everybody. We are in CSC, Car Soccer City. Yes, okay. Car Soccer City, there we go. League in a best of 5, week number 1 in the season. We have a peak performance from Royal Ascent Esports versus the GNG Winter. Let's see, we have a RAE, 3, and a 3 from them too. We're good to go. Perfect. Hello, Reese. How are you? And we got some hydrates on the field already. Let's go. Cheers, meta. There you go. First kickoff. A Jedi sends it to the wall, followed up by Plum till he gets taken out with a demo. Mental pops it up off the wall, taking it down center. Gonna try and get by Fat, but is not able to. Jedi coming in with a backup, but Tongue is gonna take him out. Mental back on defense, over to Plum. A nice touch to the wall, getting past Dan. I want to say Thanos so bad. Jedi with the follow-up. Tongue on defense, getting a touch. He's going down. Brought to the corner. It looks like a shot, but it's just wide. Plum sends it center over to Mental, who gets a touch. Sends it down, but again, it gets turned around. Right outside the goal. It's no good. Jedi with the touch. A nice challenge. I am great, Reese. And it's a shot saved by Plum. Okay, Fat Dab Slayer, we got it. Tongue taken out with a demo. Plum using the opponent to get a clear. Gets it to the back wall. It's followed up, but it gets blocked. Fat Dab's gonna send it out. Jedi's getting in the way. Plum with the touch, taking it over. Past Tongue once again, popping it up again. And it's no good. It gets turned around. Jedi is there for the pickup. Looks like an open shot, but Thanos gets in the way. Another shot, but it's just wide. Jedi with the turnaround, followed up by Mental. Great read, trying to get this team play going. It's a shot, and that's in. Tongue with the first goal of the game. What a shot. And Fat Dab with the kickoff, but Jedi with the turnaround. It's a shot saved by Tongue. It gets into the corner. Jedi with the follow-up. It's popped up center, and Thanos gets it the clear. Fat Dab with the shot. Mental with the save. In comes Tongue. Misses the connect. So does Jedi. In comes Plum, who gets challenged right away. Fat Dab sending it to the top, but his team was not there in time to follow it up for the shot. Little team bump. It's okay. Fat Dab Slayer with the turnaround all the way to the corner, putting Plum kind of awkward. It's a shot saved by Mental. In comes Fat Dab Slayer once again. Way too high. Plum's there to meet him on the wall. Mental getting another touch. Sends it just about mid. Jedi with the follow-up. Again, over to Mental. And it's cleared to the corner. Looks like a shot. It is, but it's saved. Jedi with the follow-up shot, and that's in. Jedi to tie up the game. Here's the shot. It's a save. Jedi with the follow-up. And that's just in. With just about 2 minutes on the clock, we have a 1-1 game. Mental with kickoff over to Fat Dab Slayer, who sends it center. Plum gets in the way. Tongue with a touch. Sends it right back where it came from. Thanos with the follow-up. Mental's there with the catch. Could be dangerous. Almost a shot from Fat Dab Slayer, but it was just wide. No good. In comes Thanos with a shot, and that's in. GNG Winter takes the lead once again. A 1-2 game, a minute 40 on the clock. Here we go, kickoff number 4. Mental takes it straight to the wall. Plum almost gets the touch. Jedi with the follow-up, and that's in. Jedi, top scorer for peak performance right now. Great follow-ups, tying up the game, back-to-back. We are back to a tie game, 2-2, 1 minute, 35 seconds on the clock. Tung Tung with kickoff, sends it straight to the corner. Plum takes the corner boost, in comes Fat Dab Slayer with a shot, but Plum gets the save. A dirty demo taking out Tung Tung, a shot from Thanos, but it's no good. He gets beat by peak performance by a millisecond. Plum bounces it off the wall, followed up by Mental. Tung Tung trying to get in the way. It's sent to the other side. Plum taking out Fat Dab Slayer. Up goes Jedi with the touch towards the net. It's a shot, but it's saved. Gets cleared out. It looks like we have an open goal. Plum is able to get back by his team some time to get back to play defense. He does so successfully. Still taking these challenges, running out of boost. A minor misconnect from Jedi. In comes Plum once again. Takes that mid boost. Thanos with the turnaround. The pop-up. Jedi getting in his way. Ball's going. Mental gets a touch. Sends it over to Plum. We are up off the ceiling now. Plum letting it drop. Mental with the follow-up. Tung Tung with the clear. Plum with the double challenge. Bounces over to Mental. He gets the clear. Plum's following it up. Takes that corner boost. Misses the connect. Tung Tung capitalizes. Thanos trying to get a clear. Unable to. Peak performance is staying on them. We have 10 seconds before overtime. Jedi with another shot, but Tung Tung with the save. 1 second. Mental's got to do something now. A good attempt at trying to keep it up. We are in overtime in game number 1. Fat Dab Slayer with kickoff straight to the wall. Mental getting in the way. Followed up by Jedi, sending it to the back wall. Peak performance on offense here. A dirty demo on Plum. Thanos sends it to the wall, followed up by Tung Tung. He's going. Plum misses it, and that's in. Tung Tung with the scoring goal for the win. What a game. This was really close. 1 goal away. Back-to-back shots, pretty much. Let's see, 5, 8, 10 shots from GNG Winter and 7 from Peak Performance. 7 saves from Peak Performance and 5 for GNG Winter. So, stats are a little shaky. They're not super differentiated, but there's still a good enough gap between the stats here. Still a very, very close game. Okay. Making sure we're all reading up. But yeah, let's see if Peak Performance can turn this around and get a win under their belt this time around, or if GNG Winter is going to take that motivation from their last win and bring it into this game. Mental takes kickoff, but it goes to Tung Tung. He's going to turn that around. Jedi with a touch mid-air. Straight to the corner. Mental with the steal. Sends it over to Plum, but he gets bumped. Tung Tung almost with the shot. It's saved. I think he just saved his own goal. Oh no, a follow-up by Thanos, but Plum gets in the way. Fat Dab Slayer missing that. Tung Tung takes it to the other side. Jedi misses it. Plum's gonna follow it up. He fakes out Tung Tung. It's a pop-up, but Fat Dab Slayer is there. He pops it up off the wall. Jedi with the touch, knocking him off his track. Ball is up. Mental gets the touch. No boost, but he's still following it up. One misconnect. A bump on defense. Ball is up. It's right outside the net. Tung Tung gets the touch. Plum with the turnaround is a shot, and that's in. What a play. On the edge of my seat. I don't know about you guys. Shots right outside the goal. Misconnects left and right. Bumps. Great plays, by the way. And a shot. A great shot. Almost from mid-field by Plum. Here we go with our second kickoff. Peak Performance is back on offense, but Fat Dab Slayer is going to try and turn that around. Mental gets it, though. Sends it over to Thanos. Up goes Jedi. They get past him. Plum with the backup. It's another shot. Jedi with the touch. Keeping it up. Tung Tung gets the clear. Mental with the turnaround. Thanos with a misconnect. Fat Dab Slayer with the catch. He's taking it down. Jedi getting in his way. Plum beats Tung Tung to the ball. Sends it to the corner. Ball is center, but Fat Dab Slayer is there. Up goes Plum off the ceiling. It looks like a shot. It's not quite in yet. It's off the wall. Plum just could not get the angle he needed. Everyone's a little awkward. We have a pinch to the other side. Mental with the shot, just wide. It's center once again. Fat Dab Slayer sends it to the wall. Up goes Plum. It's a bounce over to Thanos. Mental with the shot, and that's in. A nice rolling. That was smooth. A small touch from defense here, and Mental with a low blow. Straight to the right corner. Mental takes kickoff. Tung Tung takes possession. A pinch off the wall, sending it to the corner. A great touch from Tung Tung there. It's a shot saved by Jedi. He sends it center. Thanos with the turnaround. It's a touch off the back wall. Tung Tung with the follow-up. Great team play, great read, but Jedi was there for the block. Mental with the clear, followed up by Plum. Could have been a shot, but it's just wide. Jedi is there, but so is Tung Tung. Jedi gets the challenge. A demo on defense. Mental with the follow-up, but unable to get it. Tung Tung with the save. Sends it out. Jedi once again on defense. Gets the clear over to Plum. Plum to Mental. Mental with a pinch. And it was just off. Hits the crossbar. That would have been really unfortunate for GNG Winter here. I like this back and forth too. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Alright, Tung Tung stopping the play at mid. A demo mid-air. Plum gets taken out. Tung Tung with an open goal, capitalizing on it. Let's see what happens here. Plum gets taken out mid-air, and Peak Performance was just not back. They left an open net, and Plum and Mental had no boost, or little to no boost. What a capitalization by GNG Winter here. Plum gets kickoff. Mental with the follow, misses the connect. Plum bumps defense, but Thanos is there for the backup. Mental once again, no boost, but still taking that challenge, trying to stop the ball a little bit. Ball is up. Tung Tung in charge till Jedi comes. He's going to send it back. Thanos is there on defense. Sends it out. Mental's there for the touch. Over to Tung Tung. He gets the clear. It's going down line. Followed up by Fat Dab Slayer, but he misses the connect. It's a shot from Tung Tung. Plum with the save. Followed up by Thanos once again. Dab with the touch. Just outside of the goal. Tung Tung tying up the game. He just came flying in. Fat Dab almost kind of had it. Tung Tung takes it off the crossbar, straight back into his car. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but it worked. It worked. Less than a minute on the clock. 2-2. Fat Dab Slayer with a shot. It's no good. Saved by Plum. Thanos with the follow-up. Just outside. Mental is there. Tung Tung goes up, it's a shot, and that's in. Jedi taking the lead for Peak Performance. I swear, if Jedi's not tying up the game, then he's taking the lead. Great teamwork. Mental and Jedi basically holding hands there. Power friendship goal. We love it. Plum takes kickoff, but Tung Tung is there for the follow-up. A nice cheat. It's a pinch. Out. Fat Dab Slayer could not get the touch he needed. He was just a little too forward. Thanos with the touch, though. He sends it over. Tung Tung with the catch. He's going straight towards the net. It's a shot, and it's saved. Mental with the save, followed up by Fat Dab Slayer, and that one's in. He's going to tie up the game once again. We have a 3-3 game with 26 seconds on the clock. Peak Performance needs this to grab a win under their belt, and GNG Winter needs this to get their second win. Tung Tung with kickoff, bouncing off the corner. Fat Dab Slayer over to Plum. Plum's gonna get a small clear, but Tung Tung's gonna turn it around. It's a shot. Jedi sends it out. Plum's gonna follow it up even though he's got no boost. Thanos gets a touch before he gets taken out. It's a shot! And I think Plum just saved his own team's shot there. Not too sure. Demo kind of got in the way a little bit. But once again, we are in overtime. Game number 2, overtime once again. Here we go. GNG Winter takes it, but Jedi's there for the steal. He's going to follow it up. He gets beat by Tung Tung. Ball's going mid. Followed up by Fat Dab Slayer. Ball's going center towards the goal just outside the net. Mental is there for a touch. Sends it out. Does not get the challenge from Thanos, though. It's bouncing. Plum with a small touch. Mental with another touch, but Tung Tung gets the ball. Lovely offensive pressure from GNG Winter here. The rotations back and forth. Peak Performance is able to get on to GNG's side of the field. In comes Plum with a shot, but it's just wide. It's a shot from Mental. It bounces off the crossbar, and that's in. Jedi scoring the winning goal for Peak Performance. Off the crossbar, in comes Jedi. Tung Tung misread that, and it's straight over Thanos. Peak Performance with the first win of this series. We now have a 1-1 game series. These teams are neck and neck. A great matchup, most definitely. We have 10 shots from Peak Performance this time. Looking like GNG Winter's stats last time, and they have 8 saves. Whereas GNG Winter has 11 shots and 3 saves. So shots are a lot closer this time around, and saves are not that close. But still, it was a 4-3 game. Super, super close. Only 1 goal away, just like last time. Overtime in both games. Let me see. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Game number 3. First kickoff. Jedi takes it straight off the ceiling. In goes a Mental, but he gets challenged and a ball gets sent away. Mental is there for the touch, though. Tung Tung takes it, sends it off the wall over to Thanos. He gets the clear. Ball's going down line once again. Tung Tung is there. Mental challenges it. It's a shot saved by Fat Dab Slayer. He gets it out. Followed up by Thanos, who sends it to the corner, putting GNG Winter on offense. Mental gets the turnaround. Tung Tung gets in the way, followed up by Fat Dab Slayer over to Thanos, who takes a shot, but Mental is there. Fat Dab Slayer with the touch. Tung Tung misses the connect, but Plum was there as well. In comes Mental with the touch off the wall. Leaves it for whoever. It's a shot, and that's in. Jedi, first goal of the game. Once again, taking the lead for Peak Performance. Here we go. Peak Performance takes kickoff. It goes straight outside the net. It's a shot from Jedi, but saved by Thanos. A great save, I want to add. He was already mid-air, so it was either he hit it or he would just completely miss that. A dirty demo on Plum. They are taking out the Demo King here. Jedi with a challenge. These are fast and hard challenges here. Pause. But like, seriously, the pinches that come off of these challenges and these 50s and everything, and the ball's just flying. Both teams are putting in their all. We can definitely tell their engines are revving. The boost is boosting. Fat Dab Slayer playing a little too fast, misses the connect. The follow-up off the wall here. Plum with the demo once again. It's followed up by Mental, and Mental scores it. What a team play here. We have Plum full boost ahead. Fat Dab Slayer was just awkward. Mental capitalized on that. Here we go, third kickoff. And it is out over to Thanos. Plum with the touch. In comes Fat Dab Slayer. A little too much, a little too high. Just outside. Mental on defense, turns it around, gets past Tung Tung, but Fat Dab Slayer was there. Thanos with a shot, and that's in! A 2-1 game, 3 minutes exactly on the clock. Plum with the touch, straight over to Thanos, who takes the shot. Plum setting up the other team, working for the others. Undercover boss. Plum takes kickoff. Fat Dab Slayer's gonna take that shot, but it's no good. In comes Thanos. Plum getting in the way. It's turned around, but Jedi is there. What just happened here? That looked like a little bit of leapfrog. Jedi gets the clear here. And it was. Plum was just there. A small, tiny little jump. Bounces straight into the net. A great read from Plum there. Kind of makes up for the one that he just gave the other team. A stalled kickoff. In comes Plum. Taking control. He's taking it to the wall. Gets challenged. Loses possession. Thanos sends it over. A Whiff City out here. 3 misconnects. It's a shot saved by Mental. Over to Plum, who gets a small touch. Mental with the follow-up. It's popped up. Plum with the touch again. Low boost. A lot of these players have no boost here. Here comes Mental over to Tung Tung. Not quite off the ceiling, but it's up there. Jedi with the touch, keeping it away from Thanos. Plum keeps it away from Tung Tung. Fat Dab Slayer with the turnaround and the follow-up. Mental getting in his way. Ball is turned around once again. Tung Tung is there with the touch off the ceiling. Just wide of the net. Mental knocks it over. Thanos with an awkward touch gives it right back to Mental, who has an open net. And that's just in. Thanos sends it right back to Mental, who gets one good touch, and that's just in. Follow-up not needed, but who doesn't like a little bit of decoration, right? Jedi with kickoff. In comes Mental. He gets a touch, keeping it active on the offensive side. Fat Dab Slayer misses it. Tung Tung with the clear. Plum gets in the way with the turnaround over to Fat Dab Slayer once again. Jedi stopping him in his tracks. Tung Tung with a challenge. Pinches it to the other side. Plum is there. Sends it down line. It's bouncing. Tung Tung plays the bounce. Mental with the follow-up. What an angle. Mental with another shot, extending the lead. We now have a 4-goal gap, 5-1, 1 minute, 25 seconds on the clock. What a shot there. Plum goes up with the touch. It's off the ceiling. Tung Tung with the touch over to Mental. Mental back to Tung Tung, who gets a small clear. Mental sends it to the other side. Tries to follow it up off the wall. He's got no boost though. What a demo play. Great tactic from GNG Winter here. Mental was able to recover in time though. A demo. Giving the ball to Jedi, who gets it clear over to Mental, who takes a shot. Great reads once again. Plum off the crossbar. Just about. Followed up by Jedi. Jedi is there. Thanos gets the touch he needed, keeping it away from peak performance here. We now have GNG Winter back on offense. They are going. It's center. Mental with the save. A misconnect. I don't know if Fat Dab Slayer was going to go for the bump or the shot. He should have taken the shot. It was open. There it is. Tung Tung with the first, or with the second goal for their team. A great follow-up. We now have a 3-goal gap with 23 seconds on the clock. Thanos with the follow-up. Over to Fat Dab Slayer. Jedi keeping it away from GNG. Winter here. Tung Tung with the turnaround. Mental getting in the way. Once again, we are down to our last 5 seconds. And that is the game. Peak Performance takes game number 3. There we go. Okay. Just updated the game series in chat. Just in case you are new or just joining us, we are heading into game number 4 with the 2-1 game series. So if Peak Performance takes this win, they take the series because this is a best of 5. Week number 1 in CSC. Eight shots for Peak Performance this time around. I think that's just around the same stats that they had in game number 1. Alright, first kickoff. Fat Dab Slayer with the follow-up takes a shot. Plum is there. Comes in the center. Thanos is there. Jedi with a pop-up off the ceiling. Fat Dab Slayer goes up. He gets the shot and Jedi gets the save. He saw the challenge. Thanos takes it over. Mental gets in the way. He sends it out. Fat Dab Slayer with the catch. A play off the wall. Tung Tung gets a touch off of the opponent. It's popped back up. Plum sends it on over to Fat Dab Slayer. Followed up by Mental, trying to take a shot, but Tung Tung was there. Jedi sending it out. It could just be in. It's not. Fat Dab Slayer with the save. Jedi gets challenged by Thanos. It gets sent out. Tung Tung on defense gets the clear. Followed up by Thanos once again. Plum is first man. He gets the touch. Still taking it down. Popping it up and over one. Fat getting in his way. It's a shot. Saved by Mental. Plum sends it out. Here comes Thanos over to Mental once again. Mental over to Plum. Sends it to the backboard. No follow-up. Jedi's there. He takes the shot. And it's saved. What a save from Thanos. Tung Tung getting challenged by Plum. Followed up by Thanos once again. He gets the clear. Mental with the turnaround though. Using his boost and his mechanics to get it all the way downfield. Jedi once again with the follow-up. Doing great. Being a little shadow to Plum and Mental here. Jedi taking all the boost. Tung Tung left with nothing. Plum pops it up. Gets past Thanos. Not past Fat Dab Slayer though. Tung Tung with the follow-up. GNG is back on offense. Mental's not letting him take a shot though. In comes Thanos. It's center. Plum gets in the way though. We have an open net, but do we have enough time? Nope, Plum falls off. Trying to get a bump on the way out, but is unable to. Mental with the turnaround. Sends it straight to the corner. Fat Dab Slayer with the catch. The turnaround. Challenged by Plum. He loses it. It's an open net. It's a shot, and that's in. First goal of the game. a little over halfway through the game. Here we go, kickoff at number 2. Plum takes kickoff, followed up by Mental. GNG Winter almost took it, but RAE had a great follow-up. Thanos was able to turn it around and score it though. We have Tung Tung getting it up and over one. Fat Dab Slayer with the shot. Thanos to finish the play. Full team effort. GNG Winter scoring one, putting themselves on the board. Love to see the support for RAE. Yes. You guys can have bias. It's okay, just because you run the league. Here we go. Plum taking the ball. Going down. Tung Tung getting in the way. Followed up by Thanos. Once again, a misconnect. It's a fake. Tung Tung with the shot. Taking the lead. GNG Winter. That backflip did not stop him from taking that shot. Here we go, 1-2, a minute 44 on the clock. Fat Dab Slayer takes kickoff, sends it over to Mental. Mental's gonna take it up off the ceiling. In comes Fat Dab Slayer, he gets a touch. A bump on one, Jedi with the turnaround, but Thanos is there for the follow-up on offense. Mental sends it down the line over to Plum. Plum takes the shot, and that's in! We now have a tie game once again. 2-2, 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining. Tung Tung and Fat Dab Slayer take kickoff. Mental is there with an epic save. Jedi with the follow-up. It's a long shot, and it's saved. Tung Tung gets the clear, sends it out. Fat Dab misses the connect here. Jedi with a dirty demo, leaving the ball open. Mental's gonna take it, pop it up. Get a touch off the wall, sends it center, tries to get a bump. A shot from Jedi, but no good, just wide. And it got saved. Tung Tung taking mid-boost, popping it up. It's center, and it's saved! Jedi with the save, followed up by Thanos, though. GNG Winter's gonna take the lead one more time. We now have a 2-3 game with less than a minute remaining. Okay, back and forth kickoff. Jedi takes it, though. Plum with the follow-up. In comes Mental, challenged by Thanos, who beats him. Jedi gets shut down. It's a shot saved by Plum. He takes the corner boost. Tung Tung gets a touch, but not the one he really wanted. Plum playing defense here, trying to get it out. And there's the clear. It's going past all of them. It's a shot, and it gets cleared out. That was so close. Ball gets popped up. It's another shot, and that's in. GNG Winter extending the lead here. We now have a 2-4 game with 9 seconds on the clock. Peak Performance is gonna need a miracle here, but we'll see what happens. They are stuck on defense. GNG Winter takes game number 4. We now have a 2-2 game series. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We had overtime in game number 1. We had overtime in game number 2. Game number 3, Peak Performance took it. And now game number 4, GNG Winter took that. So this is kind of like an overtime. But we are heading into game number 5. Winner of this takes the entire series. So let's see if Peak Performance can do what they did in game 2 and 3 and take a win, or We'll see if GNG Winter can pull what they did in game number 1 and game number 4 to take the win home. Yes, a best of 5. So this is a new, well, I don't want to say a new league. This is a new league for RAE, a new league for me to cast as well. But the league just started. This is week number 1. So yes, we are back to best of 5s. That's right, because RAE stays winning. Anyways, kickoff goes to GNG Winter. Mental gets the clear, sends it to the corner. Fat Dab Slayer sends it center almost. It's open. There's Jedi popping in, taking the lead. It's okay. You know, a win is a win. Our record is flawless. We are not counting this game. We are undefeated so far, and that's totally a joke. Anyways, Mental taking kickoff. Tung Tung with the touch, sends it to the wall, and a wild pinch backwards. Plum taking control here, getting a touch, getting challenged along the way. Mental with a long clear, full field clear. Mental again with the follow-up out of the corner. Thanos sends it right back where it came from. It's bouncing down. Fat Dab Slayer with the catch, sends it over to Tung Tung, but Plum beats him. It's bouncing out of the corner. Jedi is up, gets a touch, sends it almost center. Mental with the pop-up. He is now in a Fennec. Thanos with the steal of possession. Up goes Plum. Over to Jedi. And Mental, once again, with a long clear. It's a shot just wide. Tung Tung is able to get back. I kind of want to switch perspectives. I don't want to miss a beat here. Plum getting challenged by Thanos, and Thanos steals possession, sends it to the corner, leaving it to Mental. Tung Tung trying to get a touch, but Mental takes that challenge. Fat Dab Slayer has to come in for backup. Mental, once again, is there. Taking another challenge from Tung Tung. Jedi with the follow-up. Once again, a great shadow. Second man. We love it. Fat Dab Slayer over to Plum, over to Tung Tung. Getting past Mental. He's going all the way. It's a shot saved by Plum. Thanos outplaying Fat Dab Slayer. Plum. It's Plum in the net right now. Is that in? It is. Tung Tung was almost there. Almost. GNG Winter's gonna have to put some points on the board. There's still enough time, so... Jedi with the clear. Plum sends it over. Hits the wall, bounces down. Fat Dab Slayer with the catch. Sends it over to Thanos, who misses the connect. Tung Tung is there, though. It's popped up. Jedi gets a touch. Sends it down. Tries to get a follow-up touch. Is unable to. Thanos is there on defense. Over to Mental. Mental with the steal. It's a pinch center. It gets past 2, but not the 3rd. Plum with the stop of the play. Tung Tung's gonna try and send it. Jedi's gonna get in front of him. Followed up by Plum. Plum's going. And that's in. What a play here. We gotta watch that one more time. We have Jedi popping it up. Plum getting past Thanos. Fat goes up. And Plum goes down. Great read of the players here. A great play to extend the lead 3-0 now. I wouldn't get too comfortable here thinking peak performance has it in the bag, because this is exactly what happened in game number 4, where peak performance had the lead by like 3 goals too. In the last like minute and a half, GNG Winter came back and they won. So let's see if they can do that again. Put some points on the board. They are on offense as of now, laying shot after shot here. Here comes Thanos with the shot, saved by Jedi. In comes Tung Tung. He's taking a shot. Mental misses, and so does Plum, and there it is. GNG Winter putting themselves on the board. Just under 2 minutes left. 3-1. Here we go. 5th kickoff. Jedi takes it. Sends it to the corner. Plum's already on it. He's following it up. Ball's going up. Fat Dab Slayer is there. Greatly following it. I was a little worried for him there, but he got it out. His team is working together, trying to get this clear here. It's bouncing off the wall. Tung Tung with the follow-up. Mental with the touch over to Thanos. Back over to Mental, who gets the clear. Followed up by Plum with a small touch, popping it up. Jedi tries to get there. He has no boost. It's pinched out. Almost a shot. Just wide, though. Thanos with the follow-up. Up off the ceiling. Plum with the shutdown over to Tung Tung, who gets the catch, gets past Jedi. Jedi tackles him out, so Fat Dab Slayer has to pick it up. Almost a shot. Mental is there on the corner, on the backboard, waiting. Mental tries to get that challenge, though unable to. Plum with the turnaround, getting challenged by Fat Dab Slayer. Ball's just outside the goal. Jedi with the clear. Bouncing up off of the wall, off the ceiling. Tung Tung with the touch. Sends it to Plum. Plum with the catch. He gets past 1, past 2. It's a shot, and that's in. Plum with a slow shot. We gotta watch that one more time. Past 1, up and over another, and Thanos just missing the connect there. Even, I think, maybe just the tip of his card touching that might have tipped it out. Even if it was still stuck right outside the net, it would not have bounced in like that. We now have a 4-1 game. 40 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Peak Performance is in the lead. Jedi with a turnaround. He is going over to Tung Tung, who turns it around once again, followed up by Thanos. 30 seconds. Plum gets the clear. Tung Tung with the catch. It's challenge going to the corner. Mental getting in the way. It's a shot. Fat Dab Slayer with the clear. Going to the corner. Plum with the touch. Doesn't grab corner boost, question mark. Tung Tung takes it. 5 seconds. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. A Peak Performance takes the first W in this league for themselves. GNG Winter were so close. It was a 3-2 game series. How crazy. A great matchup. Great plays, great teams, I might as well say as well. Anyways, GG's to both teams. Congratulations to our winner. Again, this is Car Soccer City League. If you guys are not familiar with it, go get familiar with it. Thank you, Meta. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna see if we can raid. Actually, I'm gonna take you guys over. I don't know if Royalty Series is up. I will be casting on the Royalty Series mainstream if you guys want to go watch more Rocket League and more League games. Those should be playoff games. So if you're interested in best of sevens, go check that out. But let's take a look. Royalty Series is live, so I'm gonna send you guys over there and you guys can hear more of me casting, and actually I'm gonna be joined by Jedi, who you just saw play. So yeah, thank you all for joining us once again. Car Soccer City League. This was RAE, Royal Ascent Esports Peak Performance versus GNG Winter. Congratulations, Peak Performance, on your win. I will see you guys next week. Bye, Reese. I'll see you in a little bit.